Hello everyone, I'm Mohammed Kobilago. Welcome to another awesome video. Today I want to talk about Wrapped Kringle. On the 28th of February, that is 2 days ago, that was the deadline for anybody to swap their Kringle for Wrapped Kringle. Okay, now ever since then, or before towards the deadline, there has been a surge of inquiry about Wrapped Kringle. Okay, okay, Wrapped Kringle. Okay, so but we are going to address those people who are indicating interest in Wrapped Kringle. Okay, but first of all, we need to do the first thing first. Okay, FODMAP swap is being tested. We were hoping to launch last week or even last 2 weeks, but because of some bugs like price mismatch and some other things that was experienced, okay, we couldn't go live. Okay, and I'm still working closely with the developers to see if we can get a credible timeline as to when to go live. And one thing with an exchange is you don't want to launch a bad project or you don't want to launch a bad product. So we have to ensure that the quality assurance department of blockchain app factory gives us a go ahead or gives the thumbs up to go and launch. Okay, so that's what we are waiting on now. Given the fact that Tibetians paid to swap their Kringle to Wrapped Kringle, we will have to go ahead and enlist on Pancake Swap. Okay, we are going to go ahead and list on Pancake Swap. All right, but it's going to be paired to FMTB, that is FODMAP token. It's going to pay to paired to FODMAP token. Okay, now once it's created, okay, here are the conditions that we are going to. Here are some conditions, okay, that everyone has to adhere to, because Kringle or TBC itself has no market value, has no exchange. But the fact that Wrapped Kringle has an exchange does not mean that everyone can just go and just swap without looking at the consequences of just selling. Okay? So if you we have every single address, okay, that have dealt with one way or the other, that have received Wrapped Kringle. Okay? So we are urging, number one is we are going to urge people to first of all go and invest or stake their Wrapped Kringle and get some FODMAP token to stake along, okay, to stake on the liquidity pool of Wrapped Kringle FMT. Okay, this is if you that owns the coin, right now, okay, want to actually start the chance of swapping more Kringles for Wrapped Kringle, then you must, okay, invest in the liquidity pool of Wrapped Kringle FMT. I don't care any amount. Okay, because before you talk about just cashing out, you have to talk about building the market. And building the market goes a long way. Okay, and depending on how this does will determine whether we should create another trading pair of Wrapped Kringle and maybe BNB or BUSD. Okay, so if you have Wrapped Kringle now, your next step or next line of action is to invest in the liquidity pool of Wrapped Kringle. Okay, so I'm going to do a video on how to do that on Pancake Swap. Okay, so once that is done, I will give you guys the link for you guys to also go and do yours. Okay, but remember, we have every single address. Okay, now this is for those who already have Wrapped Kringle. This is what you have to do before you can qualify to swap again, to swap Kringle for Wrapped Kringle. Okay, okay. Now, for those who miss the deadline, okay, for those who miss the deadline, here is what I have for you. Okay, we are going to allow for another series of swap, but you guys have to vote. Okay, you guys have to vote. Now, how does that work? Okay, the details will be made known in a separate video, so I'll just explain to you guys. Okay, we will create a voting form. Okay, and only those who bought, okay, not those who already swapped before, like people who want to, who, how do I call it, how do I say this, people who want to swap Kringle for Wrapped Kringle but they miss the deadline. Okay, those are the ones that are going to vote. It has nothing to do with the existing holders of Wrapped Kringle. Okay, so those of you guys who miss the deadline will have to buy some Wrapped Kringle and hold in your wallet. Okay, now we are going to set the minimum amount you need to hold for your vote to count. Okay, for your vote to count. So we are looking to get about 100 votes. Okay, we are looking to have about 100 votes. Okay, all right. So you guys will have to buy Wrapped Kringle, then go and vote. Okay, when you now vote, at the end, we will now check the vote process. We will now check those who voted against the amount of Wrapped Kringles that they bought from Pancake Swap. Okay, now you have nothing to fear because Pancake Swap transaction fee is very, very minimal. Okay, so but this process is going to explain in a separate video step by step. Okay, so this is what the new guys or those who missed out on the deadline are going to do if they want to swap Kringle for Wrapped Kringle. Okay, okay, or better still, yeah, that's what we're going to do. If this does well, okay, then we can tie it to BUSD. Okay, then we can tie it to BUSD. Okay, so the ball is in the hand of the community to decide what they want to do. If you are already a holder, then you invest in the liquidity pool of Wrapped Kringle. You are going to invest some of those coin and some FMTB in the liquidity pool of Wrapped Kringle FMTB. Okay, then you qualify for another round of swap when it's going to be announced. Okay, for those who at the same time you're going to make some money from the transaction fees. Okay, because Pancake Swap pays 0.15% in transaction fee to those who invest in liquidity pool at the 15 or 17, something about that, 0.17%. Okay, assuming FODMAS swap was ready, it will be 0.35% to you guys. Okay, but give or take, we cannot be stagnant. We just have to move forward. Then at the right time, we'll migrate the liquidity to FODMAS swap. Okay, so that's not so. For those who miss the deadline, okay, you have to buy some Wrapped Kringle. We are going to give you the amount of Wrapped Kringle you need to buy. Okay, you're going to buy some Wrapped Kringle in order to, to go and vote, for your vote to count. Okay, if you don't have Wrapped Kringle, go and buy Wrapped Kringle because your vote won't count. Okay, and we'll have a minimum target, okay, that it has to be reached before we even consider opening up the window for another round of swap. Okay, so guys, that's it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and till I see you guys next time, take care. Bye for now. My contact is in the description of this video, so make sure to get across to me if you have any questions. Okay, all right, bye for now.